Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Unfiltered Truth. The topic I'm going to be talking about tonight, one that really gets on my nerves in the supplement industry, is detox supplements. They're not all created equal. Not all of them are bad, but there are plenty few that really shouldn't even be there. They really should just be tossed in the trash. If your detox supplement gives you the runs or makes you have to go to the bathroom pretty quick, most of the time it's not something you need to take. Now, there are cases, there are situations where it could be beneficial if you really need to get stuff moving or get something out. That does tend to happen. I mean, if it wasn't a thing that was supposed to happen, the body wouldn't do it on its own, and the body will do it on its own when it really needs to move. But the idea of forcing your intestines to hypercontract because of a blend, which usually involves something like more magnesium than you need, not all of them, I'm just throwing out an example here, is not necessarily what the body needs. If you have to get your body to have cramps and move things along fast, you're not detoxing. You're slamming the emergency exit button. That's not what you're supposed to do. The body knows how to detox. It knows how to do it without making you feel like you're trying to give birth to an elephant in the back end. You don't need to shove stuff out like you just drank death. Like I said, there are circumstances where if there's something in your stuff needs to move, you could have a reason for it, but those are situational. Situational isn't the normal, I haven't dumped in 2 days. Okay, well, you're constipated, so if you eat a bowl of fruit, that'll get stuff moving as long as you drink enough water. The gut's pretty effective at moving things. And if stuff's really, really, really gosh darn dolly stuck, you'll know. The body's not going to go, oh, we forgot to tell you 5 days ago stuff's stuck. You're going to know. It's going to tell you pretty damn quick with some very unpleasant, if not miserable, symptoms that something's quite not right. But these are marketed like, take these and you're going to lose weight. Not really. You're going to lose a lot of water weight because you're purging a lot of water out, but you ain't going to lose weight. You can't crap fat out. Not body fat. You can certainly eat too much fat and then it comes out the other end because your body couldn't, break that down and metabolize it. That's very possible. Happens to a lot of people. But to take a detox like that, it's pretty much like those sorry for the jiggling of the computer. It's like those alcohol mixers where you shake them up like crazy and then you pour it in. When you take one of those, you're kind of like shaking everything up in your gut and then just doing this and dumping it out. That's not smart to do. It's bad for the body. Your body doesn't do that to you unless there's usually a reason. So just as an example to give purging, rotavirus. When you get that, you know that you usually got it because you get ejection out both ends almost at the same time. That example is to show the body knows how to purge things when it needs to, and it's usually terribly unpleasant. But if you notice, the body usually, when it's functioning right, isn't going, hey, just purge. Not usually, because how are you going to get nutrients in if you're purging everything? Taking these like that is not wise. That's not how you're supposed to do things. You need to, use a little more wisdom. Whenever you buy a supplement, please look at the ingredients. Always, always, always look at the ingredients, but don't grab something to force the body either. Help the body. Plenty of ways to detox. One of my favorite, actually, dandelion tea, dandelion root tea. I love that stuff. It is a diuretic, so it does purge water, but it also helps clean the blood. There are gentle ways to do that, and if you really want a good detox, here's a little tough love. Don't put crap in your body. Like the fast food that you eat, don't put that crap in your body. That's just an example. Just an example. But, be careful with what you grab. Get the education that you need. Learn, talk to the right people. There's nothing wrong with asking a question saying, hey, I don't know. Can you please educate me on this? Not everybody's telling the truth, so I'm partial to coaches. I love coaches, especially the ones that prove their knowledge. They will speak crayon to you if you don't understand. That way you'll get it. I believe in speaking crayon. If you go into high-level jargon with someone who doesn't know what the hell you're talking about, speak crayon. That way they're getting it. Use metaphors. Metaphors are a wonderful way to paint pictures with words that everybody can understand. And, I'm a firm believer in if I will tell you if I don't understand, speak to me like I'm 5, tell me in crayon. That way there's no possible way I wouldn't understand. I may sometimes have the unfortunate tendency of inadvertently speaking to people through metaphors like crayon. I'm not trying to, but I sometimes, feel like if I speak to it at the basic level, there's no way you will misunderstand it because I spoke to it in the way that I was pretty sure came that way. Because my aim at that is if I make it as clear as possible, you won't get confused, and I don't want you getting confused. Sometimes it can come across condescending, but it's never meant to be that way, and I try not to make it that way. But my point is, if you speak at the basic level, that's a great way to make sure nobody gets confused. It's a great way. That way you get the point across. And, like I said, whenever you pick anything up, if you pick up food at the store, look at the ingredients. Don't look at the ingredients on an apple. If there are ingredients in the apple, I don't know where you're at, but you are at the wrong place. Put that damn thing down and leave. An apple shouldn't have ingredients on it. It came from a tree unless someone did something to it. If you pick something up off the shelf, though, please check the ingredients. I am ingredient obsessive. I do not touch anything off the shelf without looking at the ingredients if I don't know what it is. I always look. I'm very, very picky. I teach clients the same thing. Always, always look at the ingredients. Do not buy anything off the shelf that has an ingredient label if you have not looked at what's in it because you have no clue what you're putting in there. Do the same thing with supplements. Don't take stuff that forces your body to do things that it's not supposed to do unless it's situational, unless you have a need for that. Always seek the professional guidance and make sure you're getting the right direction. Always, always, always go that route. If you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know. Let me know if you're enjoying these topics. Let me know, like I said, if you want me to chime in about anything in particular. I love the comments. So, if you want to chime in on something, hey, by all means, go for it. Give me ideas, like and share, subscribe, help me to spread this around. I just want to, share the unfiltered truth with people. Until next time, have a good night, guys.